Hey there, Solo here, and today we have another episode of Crucible Critique where we like to sit down and really go into depth with how horrible I am at the Crucible. Now, if this is your first video with us, we actually started this series last week, and it started out as a lot of the times you'll see a lot of seasoned Crucible players and Guardians say one of the best ways to improve in the Crucible is to go back and review your footage of you actually playing in game. That way you're able to really take a look at the kind of things that you're doing in game, and you know, what moves are you making, what moves aren't you making, but making sure that you're able to see it and analyze it when you're not in the action, so that you're able to process it a little bit more and recognize the patterns and see what you're doing wrong, and hopefully you're able to correct them when you're in the game. Coincidentally, I have started seeing that in some of my Crucible games, and so I will actually say just being able to take a step back and look at some of the footage that you have, or take a look at your in-game footage, really does help you at least identify the pattern. I'm not saying that I am a Crucible god whatsoever. It definitely is a learning process, but there are certainly different patterns that I'm noticing of things that I do that I know I need to work on, and I'm currently in the process of working on it. So today we have another two matches, which already forewarning, we lost both these matches, and I'm pretty sure these are going to be, as I'm looking at them, they're going to be really upsetting. I remember in one of the matches we were really close to winning, but I really feel like it was either in part of mine or part of my teammates. I think there was just like an element of we kind of lost our footing, and it turned into a really bad situation where we lost. So I'm really anxious to go back to those footage, and maybe I can identify some of the things that I did wrong, or maybe see some of the things where I'm like, that's probably why we lost, being outside of the moment. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and let's hop right into the video. Okay, so I believe this is the match where we actually were upset. This was an upset for us because we should have won this one. Or no, maybe it wasn't this one. I think that's the next one. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I definitely know we lost this one. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm aiming down sight for way too long. I already know that that is an issue that I'm actively trying to take care of. Okay.
1 minute left. The enemy is out of second chances.
I hate when I do this. I hate when I do that. And that's the thing about the Warlock class ability. I talk about this, and I talk about how much I hate it, that it basically locks you into that animation. There's no way that you can be out of that, like get out of that animation. You're stuck there for about like 3 seconds. And you're not able to do anything. So when you're using your puddle, as I like to call it, you really have to make sure that you're in a good place. And you know, with one person in front of me, one on the side of me, I wasn't in a good position. And then just there, I'm not sure why I didn't pull out my sniper, because I knew one of them were chasing me. So yeah, I'm kind of confused as to why I didn't do that. I'm trying to learn how to use a sniper. Like, these matches are really focused on me trying to use a sniper. Okay, good snipe there. Looking at the map, seeing that there's red.
3 lives left.
And yeah, here's the thing. In that sort of situation, I guess that will come with practice with the sniper. Maybe I want to say I shouldn't have been there, that I should have got a sniper and moved to a different location, but like right there I saw that. Okay, well, good on my teammate, but I saw that he was there. I saw that there was a red on my radar. I feel like when it's in the heat of the moment, I forget what the radar means in these certain situations. I'm thinking maybe the honestly want to say maybe a pulse rifle sniper is not a good combination. Or maybe it is, I'm just not using it right. I don't know who I was shooting at, but okay. We can waste bullets. We got the ammo. Go for it, go for it. Commit. Yeah, that aim. Again, I'm always looking for tips on how to have a steady hand when it comes to shooting like certain weapons, because I feel like it's important for auto rifles and it's important for pulse rifles. It's important for any weapon where it's doing more than one bullet shot. And clearly, I don't have a steady hand. And I'm not sure what to practice to keep that steady hand for controller. So I'm open for it. We are just in the business of wasting bullets. Okay, I wanted to help my teammate, provide him with some healing. Again, no steady hand. I feel like so far I've seen like three different times where if I just knew how to steady my hand, I would actually get the kill. What is with the warning shots? Like, I don't understand what is in my mind when I decide, hey, homie has hop. Even in just like that moment, there is no way I'm going to get a one-shot kill with that pulse rifle. Why would I try to shoot him before he hops into cover? And my teammates aren't even around. It just doesn't make sense to me why I keep doing that. Okay, everybody has their supers. So far, no one has used it. I remember this.
3 lives left.
Now, I want to say there was literally nothing I could do. I feel like we honestly popped it at the exact same time. So whereas I thought I was just about to get these kills, he was like, no. Okay, back up, just a little bit faster on the Icarus dash. Just a little bit faster and I would have been fine. And try to separate myself. All right.
Show no mercy. 30 seconds.
Ah, that was unfortunate for him.
End it. 10 seconds. All opponents defeated.
Now that's the issue. I believe we lost because I can't control a weapon. Clearly. Why would I think that's okay to do?
3 lives left.
Okay, on your right. Okay, I should have escaped that long ago. Right when I saw that there was someone on my right side, I should have went away.
You're ahead.
I've really got to, I feel like with the sniper, you really got to,
3 lives.
you've really got to know the angles and you really have to know where to snipe. And I think that is the difference between a good sniper and the best snipers. They don't do what I'm doing, which is, I think they're going to be there, so let me aim down sight, you know? Do I at least get one person? No, I do not. So I wasted my super there. Clearly, I didn't learn anything from the first episode.
You're knocked out.
Alright. It's like some people try to use snipers offensively, like not even just offensively, they try to use it aggressively. And the issue is, if you can't use it under, what I would say is, if you can't use the sniper under the typical use of knowing where your enemy is, taking the shot, and then moving on, you can't just be running around like, okay, I'm going to do this quick snipe moving on. Like, this isn't Call of Duty. This is Destiny. tried, and that's the second time that I died to the Nova Bomb. And it's the second time I'm the only ones that's died to the Nova Bomb. Oh, this was upsetting. Dude! And I'm not sure if this is more of like a... Yep, Last Guardian. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is more of like a advanced kind of technique, but I noticed, and I actually think this was around the time that, you know, I decided I need to switch up like my skills in game. I'm not using the grenade, like transforming it into the one where it increases your accuracy in the air. So maybe if I were to use that one, or use that grenade a little bit more instead of just as the, you know, the wombo combo, like the Warlock's version of the wombo combo, like use that grenade to give myself better accuracy in the air, more for open maps, I think I would have a lot more moments where I would be in the air and getting the kills. But yep, this was one upset out of two, so let's rip off the band-aid and get over to the next one. All right, so on this one, we just hop right on into it. All right, if I remember, this one wasn't quite as much as an upset on the last one. There was still a lot to learn. I think this one was actually very close. We were losing, and then we were winning. It was a back and forth, but a lot to learn, like right there. All right. We are just going in. And see, again, this is where I kind of like had... He annoyed the crap out of me this whole match. Because that is the first and definitely not the last that he's going to do that in this match. And even then, and it's the crazy thing is, it's like, even then, I know the best thing to do for, especially for maps like these, stay out of like tight hallways. So like even just for myself, I kind of just like my gut kind of was like, oh, don't do that. Like walking through that little corridor, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Realistically, it's probably a good idea not to put myself in that situation. Same as this. And here I go. I'm trying for it. I don't know why. Like, literally, I feel like there are certain maps that I just need to forget about the heavy. This map, whenever the heavy is in, like, a hallway that I need to go to, don't get it. Don't get it. Heavy is just... they say it's for everybody. It's not for me. Not for me. Not on this map, and not on any map where it's not in an open space. That's the takeaway from that. Okay, of course, and I'm trying to snipe down typical sniper lanes, but these type of players are not the type of Crucible players. And then this is where I decided, oh hey, let me use my grenade for that rising heat perk. And then he shotguns me. Felt really good. Really, really good. Okay, use that vertical space. Okay. Now, if I can just stop with the, you know, double body shots with snipers, and just work on, you know, getting like a good headshot, I think we'd be in a good place. And see, and that's my thing. I think I just need to be okay with the fact that, yes, sometimes the enemy will get the heavy, but that doesn't mean that I need to put myself in a bad situation in order to get it. I can let the enemy get the heavy and be waiting for them on the outside, you know, for them to die, you know? Where was that going? Really hope we win this round, because that was horrible.
This round is yours.
Okay, good. Because I swear, sometimes I do stupid stuff. Like, where was that? You would have understood if I angled it down. But it was straight out to the wind like, hiya, track 'em. Okay, come on, get a kill. a super kill. That's all I'm wanting. A super kill that's not embarrassing. Okay, okay.
I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that was embarrassing. Yeah. Definitely need to work on being more precise with that. I mean, aiming's just one of those things that, you know, you need to work on. Again, why am I throwing my fireballs like they have auto tracking like a Jotun? They don't. They don't.
Your team's out of lives.
I'm just confused at what I was aiming at, because it definitely wasn't the enemy. And then I remember this was where I just got tired of like shooting very far. It was like, I'm tired of playing at a long range distance, knowing full well that they were kind of like more of the rushing up close. So I tried to switch, or I didn't even try to switch. I switched to a more close combat loadout to kind of switch it up, get them off their toes a little bit.
I'm on the edge of my seat. 1 minute.
Who am I shooting?
Fight to the finish.
I swear, if I do another warning shot, and if I shoot that my fireballs at something else that is not there, I'm gonna get mad. I'm already mad. And see, there I go. I already know how this is gonna end. Not just because I played this match, but I know exactly how I am. And here I am, like, oh, look at me. I'm rushing. Now watch me try to get the heavy.
I love it. You've been knocked out.
And that's what happened. It's a very tight space. There we go. Nice. All right, at least we got 2 kills with this. And there I go for it again. And it went nowhere. And there you go. So I need to be aware of what is happening on the map, because I'm pretty sure then I didn't see him, and even reviewing the footage I didn't see him either.
No more lives on your side. Only 1 minute.
Can I calm down? It's just Crucible. I think also like one element, of course there's several other things that I need to learn, but there's just like certain elements where it's like I need to learn the distance that I can fire off my weapons, because we have the same shotgun. If I would have shot just a little bit earlier, I'm pretty sure he would have died as well. It probably would have resulted in a trade, or he would have had his, you know, his aim all knocked off, and I maybe would have survived that. So that was very enlightening. I think in terms of that match, I think if I would have recognized the way that they were playing, and if I would have switched my loadout sooner, maybe we could have done a little bit better. But I definitely do think loadout is important in knowing what kind of maps that you're playing on, and knowing the kind of player that you are as well. You know, with me still trying to get a little bit more comfortable with sniping, I do have my moments, but not all the time. But especially with the pulse rifle, it just never shooting the way that I need for it to shoot. Yes, that map is like a long range map for the right player, but I'm very aggressive. So I should have had that loadout that I had definitely at the beginning, definitely at round 2, if not round 1. So that is something that I feel like I need to work on, but there are other things that I absolutely need to work on. So that is that. Well, once again, that's all that I have for you today, and I've got to tell you, even though we're on episode 2, I am learning a lot about what I need to improve on. In those 2 matches alone, like, my aiming is terrible. My tracking the enemy with my weapons is terrible. Super usage is terrible. There's just so many things that I just need to work on and be cognizant of, and it's at this point where, at least for me, I'm aware of them, but what's the next step? not a lot of content creators are talking about what you're supposed to do when you watch the videos, when you identify the problems. I guess it's just supposed to be, well, you identify the problems and then you work on them, but they don't really tell you how to work on them or what you might find. So we'll see. Of course, I'll be here to report back on, you know, some of the skills, and I actually think that I'll probably do that after a couple episodes. Just, you know, some of the major problems. If I do, well, let's speak it into existence. When I see improvement, I'll probably make like a follow-up video saying, hey, after this many matches, we identified this many problems. This is what I did to solve them. Hopefully it helps for you. So I think that'll be a nice, you know, little segment in between, you know, us critiquing our Crucible skills and, you know, beating ourselves down because we've used our super 20 times and we still don't recognize to aim for an enemy, you know. But let me know in the comments below if you saw anything that I needed to work on, if there was something that I addressed where it was like, hey, you're actually thinking of it the wrong way, or maybe there's, you know, a skill or something that you see that a mistake that I just keep making and you're like, dude, you're making this mistake, stop it. That's what I'm here for. That is what this series is for. It's for learning, and, you know, maybe the advice doesn't help me, maybe it helps someone else out there. So, you know, as I always say, sharing is caring. But thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see more content like this, because it's going to be coming out weekly, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go ahead and ring the bell so you'll be notified when I upload the next one. But that is all that I have for you today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Solo says, so long.